How the heck are you, everybody? I'm Fastidious. Welcome to my channel, and welcome to what's going to be an uncut, ANGRYSTIDIOUS episode. I was thinking of calling this I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed Stidious, but I'm not just disappointed. I'm not just disappointed. I'm angry. I'm legitimately angry. I'm going to do this just off the cuff, straight rant style. It's got very valuable information. It has to do with the banner for this hero right above us, Demi. And nerfs that are happening on the banner. So the nerfs were not limited to Boreas, to Silas, to Comet on our normal summons banner. They have now encroached upon our ancient summonings banners, which, if you've seen my old stuff, when I talked about them, the parity and the fairness that went into those banners truly and utterly impressed me. That remains no longer. And I want to directly from the start respond to a couple salty comments on my last video when I talked about the Boreas nerf, the Silas nerf, the Comet nerf, and these are nerfs to their rates where they made them rarer. I don't care if they're rarer. Someone's like, oh, this is the definition of entitlement. You just want to get all the heroes and you want it to be easy. Not even close to true. I actually think they probably should be rare. I think we need transparency. That is what this has always been about when I've gone on and on and on for months about the rates. People need to know what they're signing up for, what they're saving their resources for, what they're spending their real life resources on, dinero, dollar bills, euros, yen, all that good stuff, Aussie dollars, which apparently aren't worth much now, but you know what I'm saying. They need to know where that's going, and we need transparency. And the ultimate pay-to-win thing in this game was ancient summoning, and it seemed like that was sacred territory that they would not encroach upon. Incorrect. So they have done that now. It has to do with the Demi banner and the other hero that's on it. It's not either of those heroes. If you want to find out who the other hero on the banner is, I was going to have the video about that tomorrow, but by me showing you the rates for this banner, which is what I'm going to do, you will know who the other hero is, so stay tuned for that. I'm legitimately angry. I love this game. This game is my life right now. It's my job. I sincerely care about it. There's a million things the devs do that I like and appreciate and respect, but they're on a cold streak. They're on a poop streak. They're on a duty stain, if you will. They're doing a horrible job with a couple things right now behind the scenes, and that's not even getting to other cans of worms that I'm not going to open. I'm supremely disappointed. And as you can tell, because I'm getting really worked up, I'm legitimately angry. So let's get into it.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
Let's get right into it. Throw on display capture. Seamus and I drew something up. So Seamus will be watching right now and being like, where's the other half of the work we did? I wanted to set the tone with the previous 10x we had for Twin Fiend and Admiral Claw. Then as you can see here, new ancient nerf, we're going to pop that sheet open. We need to set the baseline so you guys can see why I'm so angry. Why honestly, you should be really angry, whether you're free to play or the krackeniest kraken that ever crackened. This isn't just a terrible development for the game. And oh my god, all right, I just want to get into it. So up here are our normal heroes, aka not lords. Down here are lords. You can see there's a lot of them, and then we have the rates. There's some color coding. You can see Ardea is getting her own color, but she's the same rate as all the other ancient exclusive normal heroes. These ones that are the rarest in the red, this was a thing I really complimented them for. I was very impressed by, right? This is something that I really enjoyed because these are the heroes that are more possible to get because they're in the normal hero pool. You can get them from your legendary summoning crystals, your divine summons. You can get them from your rare summoning crystals. So they're like, yeah, it might be disappointed if people just get them from their ancient exclusive banners. So they axed it. Simple as that. I mean, that's great, right? Like, I really like that. They completely depressed those rates, right? They squashed them down, you know, to make it actually more unlikely to get the common heroes, which is really nice. So you have a chance to get the nice exclusives, and it was an even chance to get boring heroes like Giselle, you know, who's some really Dursa. A lot of people don't love. Dasami just had a buff, but Carnelian's amazing but very niche, right? You had the same chance to get them as absolute superstars like Ardea and Uridin and Thalin, Sargok after his buff, Lugaru after his buff, Eunomia, right? And then Claw, obviously rated up because he was a 10x hero, but he's from this group, and you can see, basically it's this, we can move one decimal over, times 10. It was a 10x rate up, very fair. Then we have a lot of fairness on the Lords. And I'll be honest, the Lords aren't touched, as you're going to see. It has to do with up here. But yeah, it's this 3.39% chance. The numbers, it was very high because Twin Fiend is a common Lord bucket hero, as you can see, and then he was the Banner Lord. So instead of being this 5% chance, it was times 10. This suppressed the rates of the other buckets more aggressively, since this was such an aggressive 10x. You basically had a coin flips chance. I mean, if we do all the rounding like this, you'll see 51% chance to get Twin Fiend, essentially. Very fair. I think we can all agree, right? We're all nodding our heads at the screen. This is very fair. Not anymore. So this is what we have now. Eunomia is going to be the other hero on the demi one. Eunomia is a really good hero. You can see this, the rate suppression here, it looks, or the rate change, it's very, very subtle, right? Let's not look at the orange yet. We'll obviously get into that aggressively. But basically we went from 4.35% for a common ancient exclusive, a normal ancient exclusive hero. Shouldn't even say common because they're all in one bucket, or they were all in one bucket. To 4.44. It's basically a rounding error. I mean, it's not, but they tried to keep it as even as possible. So the rate up, you know, the only change is now Admiral Claw is up here because he's not rated up anymore, and Eunomia is down here. So basically it's the same thing, just a nice 10x. Everything here, you know, it's off by 0.02%, nearly a rounding error, right? Well, there's one enormous change. They cut Ardea's rate in half. Ardea is, unequivocally, I'm telling you as a fact, she's the best ancient exclusive hero in the game. And clearly they know that, and clearly this is their thing now. This is their thing. You know, oh, Boreas is good, let's make him super rare now. Oh, people are enjoying Comet and Silas, let's make him super rare. Seamus put it beautifully. He said, oh, this hero's so good, maybe we overtune them, but no, we can't nerf them, that would be bad. So what we'll do is we'll make them extra rare now that everyone knows how good they are, and we can squeeze every last penny out of them potentially. And I think, Seamus, you hit the nail on the head. I can't think of a worse way to handle this. You could have done exactly this, but made a big announcement about it. There would have been backlash, but this video wouldn't be happening. People wouldn't be that upset. I'm legitimately upset. This is not a freaking show. I was telling Seamus, I'm going to do this in one take. Can you get the sheets ready as fast as possible? Because I'm really angry and I want to just rant while I'm angry. I was supposed to be streaming right now, but I don't want to bring this bad mojo into my stream. So hopefully I'm getting it off of my chest. I care about this game. I love this game. Devs, if you're watching, sometimes I don't know if you're watching anymore. I used to know for a fact that you're watching. Now I don't know. But if you're watching, I don't know, man. What the heck? What is that? How can you not think of that? So now you get Ardea, the one place that felt like sacred territory where, you know, we weren't going to touch it, right? We were going to be just fine. We weren't going to mess it all up. Wrong. You couldn't mess it up more. You just cut her in half. You just cut her right in half. It's twice as unlikely, you know, it's twice as hard to get Ardea as it used to be. And they basically did it exactly in proportion. I mean, just less than twice as hard. You can see it's almost double. It would be 4.44. But basically, they made her now twice as she's twice as rare as the other ones. That's simple math. You know, I'll do it for you, but you guys can do it in your heads. 4.44 divided by 2. Look-see there. I got to turn it into a percentage, but you know what's going to happen. There, 2.22. You got it? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Ardea's good? All right. Well, people must really want her. But wow, people might complain that she's overtuned. Let's make her super rare now, but not change anything. So now people that didn't have her and are really salty at people like me that do have her are going to pull extra hard, and we're going to get those great bucks and dollars and Aussie bucks and Canadian bucks and yen and this and euros. It's gross. Yuck. Gross. I hate it. What are you doing? I'll quickly touch on the lords down here. I mean, this is very simple. Literally nothing changed. The changes in rates, as Seamus and I articulated, no changes here. The difference are just because now the rated up lord is Demi, who is a rare bucket lord, and previously it was Twin Fiend, who is a common bucket lord. So everything remained in proportion. Well done. As you can see, it's this 2-to-1 ratio, or excuse me, it's this 2-to-3 ratio, right? These are 2/3 as likely as these. These are 1.5 times more common. You can think of it that way. Fine with it. Fine with everything. Home run. You did everything right. Is it interesting? You see, I underlined Leia and Morrigan. Is it interesting that these guys are like a normal pool, but they're just more rare? It's interesting, but I can live with it. Whatever. Should they disclose it? Abso-flippin'-lutely. I mean, it's like they're trying to get me to curse in a video. What? Like, what are you doing? 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 You have a great game. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you... What are you doing? You're ruining the game. People are going to quit over this. I'm not going to do it, but we could take a page out of my buddy, I love the guy, Jagig's playbook and Raid, and do a spending strike. I'm not calling for that at all. Not yet. Because I honestly think they're making dumb mistakes. I don't know how much malice is in this, but I'm starting to think maybe a bit of it is, and there is something sinister going on here. But I'm not ready to say that yet. But yuck, man. Yuck. 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 Gross. This is the exact wrong way to handle it. Oh, Boreas is overtuned in Arena. Ardea is overtuned in Arena. Let's just make him super rare now. Let's just make it way harder to get them, but not change anything else. So now people are even more frustrated by PvP. So either they're going to quit or spend a lot more money. Is that the game? Is that the healthy environment you want? Just, if you want to do this, make a big apology announcement or something. Oh my God, Ardea super overtuned, our mistake. We're going to have to make her rare. She's like got this pseudo Lord rarity now because she's so exclusive. We can all live with that. Are you joking? Like, of course we can all live with that. Like, of course. And then disclose the rates, obviously, but be like, these common ones are 4 times rarer than the normal ones. Ardea now needs to be, you know, twice as rare, you know, half the frequency of the normal ones because she's so good. We apologize, you know, Boreas, we did a similar thing, so on and so on and so on. But flip and tell us, guys. End of rant, I guess. Legitimately, I mean, I really want this game to succeed. And you know, people will compliment me on the growth of my channel. We're about to hit 10,000 subscribers. You know, you look at Ivy. I'm so proud of her. She's doing so amazing. And we want to think of this game as not just a game we love to play, but a game we can love to grow with. And people are like, you must be so excited because like you're doing well now. And imagine when the game gets really big. Things like this, the game isn't going to get really big, Mr. Moonton. People are going to quit. You ever heard of Calibria Crystal Guardians? Of course not. Maybe 1% of you have. Dead as hell. Pay to win BS fell apart. Was not nearly as good a game as this, but dead as hell. Eternal Evolution. How many of you guys are still playing Eternal Evolution? How many of you guys are still spending money on Eternal Evolution? Gross. Don't do it to the good game. Bye. Share with your mother.
Fastidious.